What if I told you there were only 5 exercises you needed to do for the rest of your life? There's a high chance that if you do these, you'll be looking and feeling a lot younger. First up, we have the side plank. This is one of those exercises that looks almost too simple. Like, that's it? Simple. And then 12 seconds in, your body starts sending you a strongly worded email. But here's why it matters. The side plank strengthens your core, obliques, shoulders, glutes, and all the deep stabilizer muscles that keep you from moving like a rusty folding chair. Most people think core just means abs, but your core is basically your body's foundation. If your foundation is weak, everything above it starts compensating. That's when you get the classic combo meal: lower back tightness, hip pain, and shoulders that feel like they've aged 40 years overnight. The side plank is especially powerful because it trains your core to resist collapsing sideways, something you do every single day when you walk, carry groceries, get out of a car, or, try to look athletic stepping off a curb. The cue to get it right is think hips forward and ribs down. Most people accidentally twist open and turn it into some weird half push-up. Keep your body in one clean line like you're balancing between two walls. Start with 20 to 30 seconds per side and build up slowly. And yeah, the first few times will be humbling. That's normal. Your stabilizers are waking up for the first time in years, like, oh, we have jobs again? If it's too hard, bend your knees and do a knee side plank. Same benefits, just more beginner friendly. If it's too easy, lift your top leg or reach your top arm under your body and back up, slow and controlled. The last exercise we'll be going over later is by far the most important and also the most overlooked. But for now, let's get into the second one. Balance is something we lose quickly as we age, but it's also one of the easiest things to rebuild if you actually train it. The single leg RDL works your hamstrings, glutes, hips, and lower back while forcing your body to stabilize like crazy. It's an all-in-one lower body move that makes you stronger, more flexible, and way less wobbly. And it has a sneaky benefit. It teaches your hips to hinge properly, which protects your back in real life. Picking things up, bending over, even just moving with control, this exercise pays off everywhere. So, how do you do it correctly? Let me walk you through it step by step. Keep your back straight and your feet hip-width apart. Shift your weight onto one foot and keep the standing knee slightly bent. Hinge at the hips as your chest moves forward and let your other leg extend behind you like a counterbalance. As your hands move toward the ground, keep your back long and your core tight. Then return slowly to the starting position and repeat. Start with body weight first. Once it feels smooth, add dumbbells. And if balance is a struggle at first, lightly hold onto a wall or chair. No shame. The goal is control, not falling over and pretending it was part of the workout. Now I want you to understand something before the next exercise. The people who stay strong and injury-free for decades have built bodies that are resilient, not just strong. That's what we're doing today, and it's the puzzle piece most people miss. It's also the entire focus of the ebook I created. It's loaded with the overlooked exercises that build stability and mobility, so you can keep getting stronger without those nagging aches. It's the complete blueprint to getting your body moving and feeling the way you want it to. You can scan the QR code on screen with your phone, or you can check it out using the link in the description below after the video. Now at number 3, we have a classic exercise you've definitely seen before, but I'm willing to bet you've been doing it wrong your whole life. Push-ups. Push-ups work your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core all at once, making them one of the best upper body strength builders ever. But they're not just for building muscle. They also build real-world strength, pushing yourself off the floor, catching yourself, bracing your core. And they can even improve posture if you do them correctly. So to make sure you're not one of the many people doing push-ups in the most shoulder-angry way possible, here's the proper form. Start in a high plank with your hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Lower your torso by bending the elbows at about a 45-degree angle, not flared out like a chicken trying to take flight. Stop just before your chest hits the ground, then push back up. Keep your body straight from head to heels, and don't let your hips sag. Your side plank strength from earlier will help a lot with this. If you want the most out of it, go slow and controlled. If you bounce and slam through reps, congrats, you're training momentum. And if you want to mix things up, here are a few variations. Incline push-ups for beginners by putting your hands on a bench or table. Wide push-ups to hit the chest more. Or diamond push-ups to target triceps and lower chest. Now, you're definitely going to want to see this next exercise because I'm almost certain you've never heard of it before. Even though it looks simple, the horse stance can drastically improve your entire body if you do it consistently, especially if you do it in the morning. It's one of those exercises that looks like you're doing nothing, right up until your legs start vibrating. Here's why it's so powerful. The horse stance trains strength, stability, and endurance all at once. It lights up your quads, glutes, inner thighs, and core. But the real magic is what it teaches your body, how to stay strong in an uncomfortable position without collapsing. And that carries over to real life way more than people think. This is what I call old man insurance. Because as you get older, it's usually not your arms that betray you. It's your legs and hips. When your legs are strong and your core can keep you stacked, you move better, you feel lighter, and you stop doing that stiff dad shuffle after sitting too long. To do the horse stance, start with your feet wider than shoulder width, toes slightly turned out. Drop your hips down like you're sitting onto an invisible bench, aiming for thighs close to parallel. Don't obsess over perfect 90 degrees on day one. The goal is control. Keep your chest tall, your back straight, and your core tight, like someone's about to poke you in the stomach. A cue that will make this instantly better is to make sure your knees track over your toes and don't let them cave inward. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds, rest and repeat. And yes, it looks easy until you try it and your legs start negotiating peace terms at 15 seconds. If it's too hard, raise your hips a little higher and build time first. If it's too easy, you've got options. Hold a light weight at chest level, like a goblet hold, add a longer pause, or work up to 60 to 90 second holds. One underrated benefit of this exercise is focus and concentration, because once you're in that stance, your brain has exactly two priorities: breathing and survival. And that's actually a good thing. Try breathing slow and controlled while the burn ramps up. If you can stay calm under tension, you're not just training your legs, you're training your nervous system. Now let's get into that exercise I mentioned earlier, the one that's going to be one of the most transformative for you. If your glutes aren't doing their job, your lower back and hips end up working overtime. That's when you start feeling stiff, tight, and old. Even if you're not, the glute bridge trains your body to do something it was designed to do. Extend the hips using the glutes, not the lower back. It strengthens your glutes, hamstrings, and core, improves hip stability, and can seriously help with posture and lower back comfort because strong glutes act like the engine of your body. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Keep your arms at your sides. Then press through your heels and lift your hips up by squeezing your glutes. At the top, pause for a second and make sure you're not overarching your lower back. The goal is glutes doing the work, not your spine trying to become a rainbow. Then lower down under control and repeat. A simple cue: ribs down, squeeze glutes, push through heels. If you want to level it up, put your feet slightly farther away to hit hamstrings more. Add a pause at the top. Do a single leg glute bridge, humbling but effective, or hold a dumbbell/plate on your hips for extra resistance. Glute bridges have a ton of benefits outside the gym. They make it easier to walk with power, climb stairs, stand up fast, and keep your hips feeling strong and stable as you age. Let's get into the workout routine I hinted at earlier. When you have a clear plan, you're way more likely to actually follow through because you're not standing there thinking, okay, what do I do first? Do this routine 3 days a week and make sure you take a rest day between sessions. Start with the horse stance for 3 sets of 30 to 60 seconds, then move into single leg RDLs for 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per leg. After that, hit glute bridges for 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps, then go into push-ups for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Finish it off with the side plank, doing 3 sets of 20 to 45 seconds per side. And if you're shaking at the end, that's the point. Also remember, that ebook guide I mentioned earlier is the blueprint for future-proofing your body. The link is in the description below when you're ready. Your future self will thank you.